Alrighty. Saebo's right behind there. So we're on the hand supporting section. It's going to be highlighted in blue because it's one of our kind of priority pieces. So if we're limited on time, then this is just going to be a big one to try and get to with a lot of consistency. So we'll consider this priority. But the first instruction there is to get Saebo pads placed on some areas on her arm. Alrighty, let's see here. So we're gonna go just behind the tricep muscle right here. So one right there, one right there. Perfect. Alrighty, Kennedy. And then let's come and get out of here real quick. Okay, nice. And then we're gonna do 2 additional pads. Go ahead, you place these. So we'll go one right here. So on this trap muscle, and then one right here. I know, I'm sorry.
It's okay. A good split.
Perfect. And then yeah, we can go ahead and connect them. Okay. And then while I'm holding her, I'll have you grab the InterX and just show as I'm describing it. We don't have to put the setting on because we already showed that in the previous section. Okay, so before we do the actual exercise, we want to stimulate a specific area on her hand known as the hand supporting point. So that will be right here in the center of the heel of the hand. So taking our 2-prong attachment and then working along there, either on the 15 to 60 or the 3 to 1 setting. Yep, I know. Perfect. So doing just a bit of stimulation there before we work this kind of reflexive movement. I know. Alrighty. And then we can also take the Stimpod. We'll use it on the 2 hertz setting and then just stimulate through there. You can do it somewhere between maybe like 5 to 7 milliamps. Doesn't necessarily have to have a muscle contraction associated with it, but yeah, we'll just be stimulating right there. So we'll put in the gel there and then going like that. And then the meat of the exercise, we're gonna try and find a nice surface for her to support her arm on. Okay. So we're gonna get in this side set. So we can do this with legs crisscrossed. And then the idea is to get her elbow supported down and then also trying to get her to support her hand through that. Yeah, absolutely. If we can get it nice and flat, that's great. And yeah, just pushing through here. And then encouraging her as much as we can to push through that hand. I know. Nice.
No.
And then taking her by her shoulder and just kind of leaning her up like that.
Wow.
Nice.
Ooh, so good.
And then just as much as we can, just needing to support. So I'm not doing too much. There will be a fatigue point. But then with the Saebo, we can also get it on program 10.
And then on her arms about what?
Let's just start turning it up. Let's see what gets a little muscle contraction going. Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's just that Saebo's messing up. But you do it till you get a little mild muscle contraction on that program 10. So what you're gonna see is the muscles on the back of the arm are gonna kind of contract like about that pace at that little 10 hertz a second. And then you do the same thing for the ones on her back. Get those going like so. I know. Yep. And then we're just gonna work this position for a good amount of time. I would say at least 10 minutes, but if we can do, a good 20 minutes. So do it on one side of the body and then flip everything over from one side to the other and try and work the other arm in the same way. So you would just flip over the foam pads like so. And as she gets really good at this, then we can start taking away foam foam pads, and that would lead us to needing to be able to extend a bit more and do more pushing. Yeah, I know. So starting with the 2 foam pads for now is probably the move, but as we progress and get better and better, then taking away those, so it requires more extension of the elbow and just more support through that shoulder girdle is the idea. Cool.